Hi everyone, welcome to the game. Galanor and Saber is my name's Philip. I'm the publisher of this is Topflight Tales superheroes. I'm ensaliented on 2.5 sides by wonderful players. Up and away players.
Up and away, players.
There we go.
Hello.
Up and away.
But Galanor and Saber is
Real
300,000.
Nate Bargatze kind of delivery you got for this opening today.
Impossible. No, it's just because I need to get to the. So Galanor and Saber has 300,000 channel points, which 5,280 of course. So many feet.
I have 107.
You have 107, just 107.
I have 247,000.
247,000. Sophia has 216.7.
Galanor and Saber, if you send me all 300,000 channel points, I will send you this beautiful foil island.
Wow.
Sign it. You'll sign it.
I'll sign it. I'll sign this fucking island. Also, right here. This island is sitting right here. Look at this. Look at this.
Dan, how many islands do you have? Can you hold up more than one island? Right now, for me.
These are all fucking islands right here.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's Islands in the Stream.
Woo!
Oh my god.
Because we're on a stream right now. Get it?
I knew it was going to go somewhere I wasn't going to be happy with,
Yeah,
but
and it did. And it did. Well, I really got to come up with something for people to do for channel points. Apparently you can spend 480 to get an emote. So you can get, if there's any emotes you don't have, you can grab one of those emotes apparently with channel points.
Yeah.
no, don't you have to designate a specific one?
Me?
Oh yeah. Yeah, probably.
Yeah, like if you can't just be any emote, you have to designate one that can be bought with the points, and then.
I don't know how to do Twitch.
It's okay.
Philip, you're doing great.
I don't know how this works. Community. Viewer rewards. Channel points. Manage rewards and channel.
That's
points.
what you should do,
Galanor and Saber. You may not want to be highlighting too many messages.
It says
otherwise
choose. It says choose an emote to unlock. Oh, I choose.
Yeah.
I thought they could just choose one.
Mm-mm.
Oh no. Well, I will try to put some in.
Oh, you know what you should do, Philip? That's very on brand for what we're doing.
What?
Just tweak one of the emotes we already have so that it's the premium variant of it.
Oh yeah.
That is very on brand for this. Custom rewards. I can create a custom reward. Oh, I have to put an icon. I'd have to make an icon for that. Okay. Well, I'll try to get something for the people who have these.
Cancel the stream. We're not going to roll any dice tonight. We're going to sit here and we're going to figure out what the channel point redemptions are for the next 2 hours.
It's not something we do. Oh, also, I'm just going to mention, because we have some Magoatsers present right now. In fact, all three of you have reliably voted Magoats, as has Galanorian Saber. The only Toteser around right now who is currently active in chat or on stream is one Sophia Distracted.
Yeah, I'm very upset that well, when Teleportia gets here in 5 minutes,
Yeah, Teleportia will be in 5 minutes.
I will bully her into voting Magoats.
But Magoats is run away with it. I also have to say that what was really funny to me on Monday during our just chatting, we didn't actually play, is upon hearing that one option was like a violent encounter with the witch who previously messed up Asha and kidnapped her, and the other one is a spa day. That Felicia was like, oh, let's do the spa day. She's like, everyone vote for the spa day, but she is not voting.
I asked her right then, and it's like, you should go vote right now then.
Mm-hmm.
She did not.
I want to be clear. Asha was not kidnapped. Asha went there of her own accord and got knocked out on location.
True. That is true. But I guess I mean that when you were knocked out, she then carried you up for nefarious ends.
That seems reasonable.
That's the kidnapping part. Asha went there of her own volition, but you were outside. She dragged the invisible Asha back inside and tied you up.
It doesn't feel like kidnap.
Capture?
Yes.
Okay.
Capture, yeah. Kidnapping also.
I hardly know her.
Capture? I hardly know her. Is that what you just said?
Yeah.
I want to capture somebody.
I want to capture with
Pierce was saying something. Go ahead, please.
It's not going to be better. So, if you're like Do you think she was taking you for her gentle womanly needs? If Sherlock was there
The
for his
witch or
gentlemanly-
Asha?
The witch. Asha was
I don't know. I was knocked out.
That's fair. That's fair.
No, oh god, Sherlock and the gentlemanly needs. I have a gentlemanly need to. Ew, gross. To rescue is what he was saying, but okay, it's fine. Well, friends, we are here for another fun episode of Topflight Tales. Now, last week we controversially said that we wanted to do Murder Babes, but we would still roll for it to give.
Don't phrase it that way, please. Don't ever phrase it like that way again, please.
We're gonna do all the Murder Babes, and that we were going to run our Murder Babes. run the Murder Babes. That sounds.
We're running our murder babes into the ground.
Okay. The point is, we were going to play murder. Let's play Murder Babes. So we said we were going to do that, but then we rolled for it, and we wound up doing a Topflight West game because the dice did. Even though I then was like, okay, this is weird, let's re-roll. But then 2 out of 3 dice said to do that, and I feel like.
Then you said, KJ, we'll go with whatever you roll, and then you said, now Pierce, you choose.
I did. That's also true. I said, KJ, yours will supplant, and then it said, Pierce, you.
Goddamn waffle iron with how much waffle came out of you in that.
It's more about. I don't know. I learned this thing from our last president, our real president, that what you do is you just keep everyone from knowing what's going on. And so if everyone's just very anxious all the time, you can do whatever you want.
So, hey, Philip, that's every president.
That's
this president.
Not like him. So the point being,
I feel it was more that just you can't give me any semblance of power or control because as a woman, I am lesser, and you had to make sure I was aware of that.
Yeah, you told her she could decide, and then wait, that's dumb.
You said
Here's
my
the
dice
other
roll
man.
would be what matters.
Yeah.
And then
I believe that upon you doing that, I said, should we go with that? And you were like, I don't care, or something to that effect. So in this case,
I can't tell you if I want something because then you'll take it away from me. So I have to take
Well,
the path of least resistance.
Then let's test the trust of the group. KJ, what would you like to play tonight?
I have no preference.
You have genuinely no preference?
Nope.
Please roll your D13.
Oh, my D13.
If you would.
5.
Murder Babes it is. So, if you will all.
What is the dice for Murder Babes?
Murder Babes is all D6s, but I believe you may want to have it's a D6 pool system. And in this game, your name is
Morud.
Oh wait, I don't see your character on this one. Where's your Murder Babe? Oh, duh. There she is. Sorry. I was scrolling the wrong way. So for Dusa, yes, you might want to have up to 10 D6s if you can find them, just because you can add extra cursed cubes on top.
Mm-hmm.
Then as far as other dice go, if you might just want to have like D20s, D8s, or a D20, a D8, a D100 handy.
And one of the D6s needs to be the hell die or something,
yes.
right?
Oh, and that is excellent point. Yes, one of the D6s should be a different color or a different material or something that really stands out.
Mine's fiery red.
Perfect, and that is your hell die.
Yeah, I have the closest thing to fiery red is
Mine is also
glittery
red.
orange.
The
That is
oversized, reddish blood one.
The idea that is the closest you have to fiery red is so on brand for you. Mm-hmm.
What were the other dice besides D6? I've already forgotten.
If you had a D20 and a D100 on hand just for table rolls in case it comes up.
Yeah, got it. Okay.
All right. So, with that in mind, so we are doing this. So yes, so Pierce, you are Morud. Dan, you are Balia.
That's right, I am.
Okay.
He's more rude. Who's less rude?
And now.
Not you, KJ.
And KJ, you are Dusa.
Yeah.
And I believe, if memory serves, I think was that name partially because it was like Medusa without the me.
Yeah.
It was like Medusa having been Me Too.
It's because I was trying to find a name of a Filipino demon, but they were all so fucking long. I was like, forget it, and I gave up, and I just picked Dusa for Medusa.
I wanted a big Filipino demon, but all the demons of my people are too long. I don't know why I think that's so funny, but I really do. So Sophia says, I'm anxious even when I know what's going on. And I feel like we all feel that way.
Yeah. Probably most anxious when I know what's going on.
So we are going to go back to that. I'm now going to give us a recap of those murder babes from what they had done before, and basically Balia, Morud, and Dusa. I nearly said and KJ because I just read and don't think. It's like some Ron Burgundy, like, you know what I mean? Like, it's funny how often I call people just the wrong thing because of what it's written there. I'm not telling you to. I'm not like that's not even like good going.
But I am.
It's just funny to me how my mind. I nearly
should start experimenting and just start putting random words in my name.
I'll
and
read
see
them.
What happens.
I will.
No, he's definitely done that because Vonda has very frequently left it as Gimlet.
Yeah, and I'll constantly call Vonda Gimlet.
Oh, I know you do it. I just want to see if it's like,
go fuck yourself, San Diego.
Yeah, I want to see how far I can push this.
Yeah, it'll be.
It's not gonna happen tonight.
I did catch myself from. I just nearly said Balia, Marud, and KJ. I didn't do so. They were dispatched by Gidana, sort of the devil, who is now the queen of hell, to track down someone who had destroyed an entire infernal legion. Upon doing so, they discovered an angel who, apparently with a single whisper, had taken out a whole legion who were rocking in an amphitheater. The group followed, thanks to Baalia's very impressive sort of teleportational powers.
I'm so good at teleporting and tracking.
Managed to follow this angel through their sort of disappearing portal, and you guys went through the same trajectory. You found yourself on a rooftop where you met yet another murder babe of a different vibe, the one and only Nightheart, who was fighting a bunch of ninjas of the Order of the Severed Heart with her cool Bicento. And you guys then fought her enemies, the Oni Guard, and after that, there was kind of a thing of like, okay, well, we're all super hot girls in like very like cleavage-bearing armor, so like clearly there's like some degree of respect here, but we have to go fight after. You guys were like, okay, whatever, we don't care what you do, lady, but we've got to go find this angel. And she was kind of like, there's a chance this is all connected, so I'm just gonna come with you. You guys were like, You really guys were like, do whatever you want. We don't care. You noticed there were some clouds glowing in the skies over sort of this sort of Tokyo night where you were. And you thought that perhaps they were sort of becoming glowing and celestially enchanted in the wake of this angel. You guys decided to head that direction, and you didn't really care if Nightheart came along or not, but it seemed like she was going to follow you for a bit. That was way back in issue 6 of this series. We are now in issue 15. So it's been a minute. So with all of that in mind, if to whatever degree you can remember these characters, it's pretty simple. You're just on a quest. You got a bunch of D6s. It's all about hell.
And we're hot.
And you're all very hot. You all are hot and would and have murdered. That's the parameters for this game. Are you a babe and have you murdered? So with that in mind, I'm going to give you 2 options for your prologue. Option 1. The Amber Chapel. Option 2. Gidana's throne room.
Said Amber Chapel?
The Amber Chapel.
Do we know what that is?
You do not.
Okay.
I mean, if it's new, we gotta go new.
Understood. So, the Amber Chapel it is. In the Amber Chapel, which is one of the beautiful areas of the Golden Heaven itself, a place that mortal travelers can pass through without entering the sort of the true heaven, which is without form and function. It is a sort of area in which the ways we traditionally imagine heavenly beings and entities to exist are formed, and it is in this amber chapel that these entities often will take more traditional forms. Two angels stand within the Amber Chapel, looking out through the door at what happens in the mortal world. One of the angels, a beautiful woman with massive wings growing out of her back, she says to the other, "So much is going on in this mortal world. I am concerned about. I'm concerned about what is going to happen. Do you really think we are not going to be involved in this battle between this old hell and this new one?" The other standing with her gives her a glance. He sort of smiles. This angel has a he's wearing a suit, but he does have big wings coming out, and he has a goatee. So he's like a blonde guy with a goatee. Insert whatever actor that makes you think of. He sort of is twisting his goatee, and he says, "Do not worry about it. I believe our heavenly paths will take us other places." I want to be very clear, this is not Etienne Rene. They're all going to have French accents. I'm sorry. I'm just trying to make it clear.
Hey, it's the most divine accent, baby.
Yeah, that's the problem. But he'll say, our heavenly powers will be needed elsewhere, I'm sure. The trouble is, some of our renegade angels are already taking part in one way or another. She'll turn and say, "Renegade angels? You mean Etienne?" And he'll say, "No. Etienne has escaped. These rumors are true, though I cannot sense him yet out there in the mortal world. I mean the other. The tongueless. The whispering angel. The one who was punished." She looks at him and says, "So then he is involved in... He has entered this battle on side of one hell or the other." And he says, "I'm afraid so. The problem with the whispering angel is, of course, that he is... well, he still possesses some of the divine voice, even with his tongue having been removed and his vocal cords shattered. I worry what he might do if he were really to put one side of this war on its back feet, what power he would give to the other." And she says, "Then I hate to say this, but before he can truly turn the tide, I hope that some better devils get to him first." Indeed. Indeed. At this point, these divine figures turn away from mortal affairs, sublimating back into whatever forms or lack of forms they take in a paradise beyond imagination. And we will now cut to the rooftops as some murder babes are running awesomely over the rooftops like sexy murder babes. Is that what you guys thought the Amber Chapel was going to be?
No.
No.
Amber is going to become important and has been seated at various tiny little times throughout different games in this game. But there's certain elements of old D&D stuff that I stick around with. Anyway, hi everybody.
Oh, hello.
What
So,
is it now?
as you guys are running over these rooftops, trying to sort of find your way. What did he say?
What is it
No
now?
matter what he said.
Just whatever he says in the voice.
There doesn't matter what I say. This is just simply too titillating for some people around here. And that's the way I like it.
Wow. All right. I think what we'll do for this one, Marud, you have a pretty good tracking, as probably does Baalia as well. No, I think Marud, you are the best tracker. So I would like for you to make a tracking roll.
Okay.
Which you get to roll 4 of your precious d6s, including 1 that is. These are hell die.
Yeah.
And if the hell die is a 1 or a 6, that matters.
Yeah, I remember that. It is neither. So altogether, it's 13.
Ooh, 13. Dread clock a clock. So basically, you, as you're sort of kind of moving through this, and again, to give us a bit of a reminder here, Morud is a red-skinned pyromancer with black swept-back horns, and you're in a crimson armor of absorption. So as Marud is kind of like, moving around here and pointing at these clouds, you notice, you believe, you are definitely thinking that these clouds are leading to your quarry. Because the clouds are like not naturally formed and some of them are hanging kind of too low. Is anyone here have a high number of dice in Analyze under Intellect?
Absolutely not.
Analyze. Not particularly.
Not
no.
particularly.
I think mine is the highest at a whopping 3.
Then go for it. Do a 3.
You are always the smartest of the bunch, Lisa.
I designed her not to be smart, and yet somehow between the 3 of us, she's still. What am I doing with these numbers?
So you're gonna add them together, but if your sparkle orange is a 6 or a 1, we do some other stuff.
Okay, so the sparkle orange is a 6.
Great. Okay, so add them all together.
14.
And now roll the sparkle orange again.
4, so 20.
20. 20 is very good. Dusa, hearing that and looking at sort of the area of this, you actually feel like these kind of like glowing clouds are probably not clouds that the angel is passing through. It is kind of like, it's like leaving them as like a trail almost. It's makes it this thing very easy to track on some level. Something about its gross divine nature is just like, kind of just sticking out these little things. So you definitely think you are going in the right direction, and Marud is kind of has sort of pointing this all out. Are you okay, Pierce? Bless you.
No, I just
sorry for this game. Curse you.
I just noticed I didn't hit the mute in time, so hopefully Zoom cut that out.
I didn't hear it. I just saw
Good.
a scared look on your face as you sneezed. So as our heroes are, or our murder babes, not heroes, are sort of moving their way across these sort of things, and Marud and Dusa are kind of saying, I think this our quarry is going over here. Balia.
Yes.
You are I should have mentioned Dusa, of course, putting this together. Dusa is a blaster of hellish energy who has pale pink skin, curved black horns, and wears shadow armor with a matching cape of shadows that she's the only person who can touch. Anybody else tries to grab her shadows, their hand goes right through, but she can like swirl it around herself.
That is cool.
Just throwing that out there. But Baalia, the seductive teleporter in hell's speed armor that looks also like a burning cloud. So you're kind of like you're clad in something that you're chasing, basically. Baalia is a teleporter. Baalia is very good at, sort of saying, okay, well let's hop, skip, and a jump over here or there. I think yeah, I guess Balia, you really don't have the skills to like deduce anything here. So, I'll phrase it like this, Balia.
I'll deduce on anything I want to.
You see a general direction that you're heading in. You understand where you're going. You understand where they're sort of pointing. So if you want to try to do get ahead of the quarry and let's like jump in that line, you can certainly do so.
Ladies, I understand sometimes it's about the journey, not the destination, but does the journey need to take so long?
Levine, you are the one who sort of teleports us, yes.
I know. Let's go. And I'll teleport us there.
All right. So in that case, Bali, you're going to try to teleport them along the line. You get 7 dice in this.
Yeah.
For this teleport. Do you want to use any cursed cubes to give yourself extra, or you go with your 7?
I'm good.
Perfect.
I rolled a 6 on my my Hellfire one.
Hey! All right. So add everything up.
Okay. So 11, 12. That's another 22, 24.
Okay.
And then
24 that's from your 7?
Yep.
Great. Now roll the 6 again.
The one that's a 6?
The one that was the hell die gets to roll again
Yeah.
if it's a 6. Unless you have
Another
3.
6.
Another 6?
Yeah.
Great. So add that to that total. Where are you at now?
30.
Roll again.
2. So 32 total.
32, a very good roll. I should mention, if you ever have 3 6s, that's when you get to do your overcharge.
Okay.
So with a 32, Balia kind of is like, and this actually makes sense because Balia, you're not thinking this through, you're not analyzing, you're just kind of using your hellish power.
I'm not a thinker, I'm a doer.
Sure. To sort of drop you in, and you look ahead, and sure enough, congratulations. If you guys didn't get enough combat with a hellish flare last week, have we got more for you? Because Balia is fast traveling you to the fight.
We
Yeah.
don't have help HP or anything, right? I'm realizing.
No, I believe in this you're cursed. How does this one work?
We have conditions.
Conditions, like wounded, incapacity, yeah.
Yeah, oh yeah, you just get conditions.
Okay.
I remember that. That's right. So, yeah, there you go. Cool.
And we resist injury, right? And that's
Yeah, resist injury is super important in this because you're just trying to yeah, it's under your hellfire. Yeah, you just roll high to not take the stuff, and if you don't do well on those, you start taking wounded, and for every time you're wounded, incapacitated, mortally wounded, it's costing you get penalties on how many cubes you get and all that kind of stuff. Cool. So, and it's wounded ends after. If you're wounded in an encounter, you're fine after the encounter. Okay. Wounded doesn't carry over, but the others do. Yeah, see guys, we don't run too many games in the system. We all remember how they all work.
Yeah.
So, as Balalia, you teleport the group down, and I'll tell you what, Pierce, would you roll a D20 for me?
D20, you got it.
Yeah. 10. Okay. So basically, Balia, you guys have been on some rooftops, but Balia kind of does this, and we'll just say that your teleportational thing. Oh no, actually, you could do this however you want. Nightheart is like keeping up with you guys, but not fully in your group. Do you want to bring this baddie with a Bacento along with you, or do you want to just have you guys go?
Oh, game respect game.
Okay, understood. So you'll swoop up and you'll all go through this, and where you land, Balia, is on the 10th floor of a very large sort of skyscraper. And just for fun, KJ, could you roll me a D8?
That is not one of the
Okay, wait, a D6 is fine. Actually, just a D6.
Oh, I grabbed it.
A D8's better then.
3.
Perfect. Okay, so with a 3, the 4 of you emerge on the 10th floor of a large building. It appears to be like an office building, and there aren't really any people within it. But there is a sort of like kind of like a big balcony on the outside of it, and you see that just as you sort of land in here, that angel has kind of like flown kind of glided down onto that balcony and is kind of like turning back, not having sort of noticed you all yet. But you see the angel has just landed out on that balcony. There's a big sort of glass doors leading out that way. So what do you all want to do?
I mean, I feel like blast through the doors.
I love it. Dusa, give me a blast.
Okay.
Deuce is just going to be a, and I'll tell you what, Dusa, because you're doing, this is a, I'm going to give you one bonus on this.
Can I remember we do this. Can I team up with that? Because I remember we combine our pyromancy and the blast.
Yes, so yours often goes after Dusa, because you can animate the fire. But if you want to coordinate that, for sure. Dusa, I'm going to give you one free bonus on this, so you get to roll 8 dice, and if you want to spend curse cubes to have more, that's for kind of this being a sneak attack on an unsuspecting target. And if Morud, if you do want to call out like a shape that you're going to form this into once Dusa has taken this shot, you certainly may.
Okay.
So what do you say to Dusa as you see Dusa beginning to blast?
So I started blasting.
Dusa, I will shape it into something that will break it down, and I think I'm just gonna try to shape it into just like a point, because it's a window, right?
It's like full wall windows, like just a glass.
Right. So I was gonna shape it into like a battering ram or like a point so that it will more like easily.
Oh, gotcha. Usually you shape it into like monsters and stuff, right?
Oh, that's right. I've done that in the past, right? Yeah, never mind. Then I forgot that I could do that. Yeah, then I'll turn it
like a ram's head or something.
Yeah. I'll just make it into a giant ram's head.
Perfect. Okay, great. So Dusa, what is your total for your fire as you shoot off with your 8 dice?
36.
And how many 60s did you have in
there? Well, none of them were on the glittery orange one, but 2.
2. So unfortunately, not a hell charge, sadly, but still, so 36 is a very good amount to sort of throw through. So as you sort of blast this in, that is definitely going to be enough to hit the angel. So kind of out, like, basically, Balia, you're still looking around, Nightheart's still going, but you then hear like the window just explode in flame, the glass kind of melting down, and this burst goes out and absolutely nails the whispering angel in the back. And interestingly, he doesn't exclaim. Get it? But Morud, that having happened, you also are going to kind of get this like surprise round. Go ahead, do something.
After the glass shatters and everything, once the sound has settled, Dusa will say, "Anyone home?" And that's it.
Just around the place?
No, she's just being sarcastic.
Okay, gotcha. Anyone home? Okay, Morud, go ahead and shape. Go ahead and pyromance the flame that Dusa has summoned for you. You have 7 dice on this.
I do. 10, 20, 26.
26. A 26 is certainly enough to kind of have that impact to be this sort of ram head that does. Okay. I'll tell you what. I just realized what the specific thing, what its purpose would be, what it would do. What is your goal in making it a ram's head? Do you want to knock the angel off the building? Or do you want to would you rather the ram's head slam it down? What is your?
Yeah, I would want to slam it down and pin it to the ground.
So
basically,
basically,
he's got wings, right?
It's like Dusa smacked it with fire, and then you take that fire and try to So it's like a boom boom situation. Okay.
Yeah.
I'll say that with that level, with a 26 over 25, you're certainly able to kind of prevent the angel from getting bearings, and the angel is now sort of prone there for a moment, having been sort of knocked down by this sort of fiery burst. At this point, this had happened a little bit. Now the angel's sort of like robe that it was wearing is completely burned away on the ground, and this angel with its wings and kind of.
Was our mission to kill the angel or get info or what?
We were to kill it.
We're gonna kill it. Okay.
I think if you could get info, it would be good, but your primary goal was to. But I'm gonna go back to the text here.
And it's important to be a textualist. Textualist.
We're not called question babes.
She wants you to. No. She just thought it was some old hell assassin. Some old hell person came in. So like you already have more into the fact that it's an angel is of interest. So if you want to get more information, if you're that kind of murder babe, go for it. But it is not all you're supposed to do is destroy.
Seems like a smart thing to do, which none of us are. So we won't be doing that more
Trust
likely.
me, that's not in my area of expertise.
Understood. I love it.
I would watch a movie where Dan's brain is put into some like hot lady for 24 hours. I would watch that movie over and over on repeat.
They wouldn't show that movie in the theaters you'd go to.
In the theaters you go to. All right, so with that, my friends, I'm going to say that was a sort of a surprise round, sort of ambushy round that you guys just got. So now, a fight is going to begin. In this game, I think that we do... I think that I typically just do sort of initiative based on, like you guys go, then the bad guy goes. So, you've got the bad guy on the ropes. You've certainly dealt some damage to this angel thus far. What is your now strategy? Morud, you still have a decent amount of flame out there, and presumably do so will hand you a little more to create other pyromantic sort of attacks against this thing. But it is... some of the fire has got away just from the impact and the burning, Balia, you didn't, you heard a couple words, and before you knew it, there's explosions, and you turned, and it's like the angel was right there, so, Nightheart also kind of, I guess before the fight starts, Nightheart will go, oh, you guys are fighting an angel. I guess that, don't know what I was expecting. So, what would you like to do, my friends? You can go in any order you'd like.
I will wait till there is more fire. Sort of my idea.
Okay.
So I will wait till after.
So you'll let Dusa bring you a bit more flame. Balia, what is your robe gonna be? Oh, I should mention that those angels and this one have like feather wing, head crests as well. I forgot. I mean, that's how these angels look. They have like.
Is that going to make them harder to kill?
Maybe. If they might fly better.
Maybe it means that the body is just a suit and it's just a head with like a little body in that, and that's actually how it flies.
I want
like a real MODOK situation.
I think I want to try and do a very sexy combo with Nightheart and make her teleport all over the place to aid in her ninja skills.
Ooh, I love this. Okay, so you're going to sort of say, you're basically saying to Nightheart. I love that, Balia. That's very fun.
I'm gonna say, let's go, girl.
All right, sounds good. Okay, so with Nightheart sort of having seen that you just teleported them there, Nightheart's like, fair enough. So go ahead and why don't you do a roll your power, roll your teleportery ability.
All right, well that's another 7 dice going down.
Love it.
That's 10. That's another 10. That's 23.
23.
Yeah.
Okay. I think with a 23, you're certainly able to allow her to get a few hits in, but it will kind of come down to how well she can roll here. Oh, wait, what is her hell die? I gotta give her a hell die. Oh, there's a red one. Perfect. Okay. This is my hell die. Okay, so the hell die is a 1. Which means, sadly, I don't count this one, and I remove the other highest, which is one of 2 6s. So instead, she has only a 21. So Balia and Nightheart, despite this combo, you're able to send her in, and Nightheart kind of comes in and she hits once, and then it's probably because she's not ready for the kind of like so she's like jumping through and like finding herself, like, oh, I'm here, oh, now gotcha here. She gets a couple of hits in, but then the angel, upon being just only hit like once or twice with the Bacento, sort of kind of like uses the wing to kind of pop up and delivers a haymaker to Nightheart, which sends her sort of flying. Although Balia, because you were over 20, you kind of still grab her, and like, she kind of slides back into like a 3-point pose, still in the thing, ready to fight again next round. So it's a good attempt, but it was not just like a total like slice and dice. The angel caught wind of it early. Yes, Dusa.
Because she teleported Nightheart.
Yeah.
Thank you.
She can't teleport again.
I'm gonna say this round. No, that was kind of
okay. So how far is the angel?
It's still basically where I'll say you guys are probably like 40 feet away.
Christ.
Yeah.
Okay.
Is that too close or too far?
Too far.
Okay. I mean, you can also sort of move on your turn. I mean, murder babes are fast.
Yeah, how far can I move?
By definition. Are you trying to get up it, or do you want to be in physical range with the angel?
Yeah, I basically want to. It's still on the ground. Ish?
He's gotten up. He's in the process of rising. So sure.
I would like to grab him by one wing.
Okay.
And then blast him at the back where his wings are connecting.
Oh, you're gonna try to D-wing.
Yes.
D-wing the angel. I love it. Okay, cool. I will say that you, okay, Dusa, this is, you don't have the most dice for this, but give me a run roll. So that, and you don't need like the highest, it's more just like in case you roll garbage. If you want to, you could put a curse cube on top of it.
I will put one curse cube.
Okay, cool. So roll 3 for that. And you don't need like a super high, yeah.
13.
13, you're able to run no problem, and you're going to try to basically kind of grab a wing and slice it off as he's been kind of come up from behind where, Balia is positioned, so as he's turning to see where Nightheart just landed, you just kind of running, and nothing is better than a murder babe running, let me tell you guys and gals out there.
Is it like Baywatch? Or
yes. But
it's like Babe Watch.
It's like
so like Baywatch?
Yeah. All right, so go ahead and give me your after a murder babe run with the shadow cloak kind of like moving around as you come there, you can grab the thing and you're gonna try to just like.
Then I will use another cube.
Oh, gotcha. Okay, let's go.
Okay.
Let's go, girl.
Here.
Oh, so Philip gets it, but I don't.
I was busy counting, so it was a reflex.
We're just you introduced.
I went along with it. I was following it, my friends. 10, 20, 30. 30.
30 was the requirement for this. Okay, I will roll a angel only gets. I will roll on this the specific thing just to try to resist this. Not so great. Okay, so I'm gonna say that you're able to like you haven't like burned the wing off, but you're like you've ignited the heavenly feathers on one of the wings, and now one of the wings is like roasting, and you're kind of like holding on, and this is a debilitating thing. This angel, unless the angel like puts out this flame, rather than like attacking you guys. Unless he puts out for the murder babe. He's probably not going to be able to fly anytime soon. He'd need to, whatever. He's like, it's kind of, the wing is like flapping, and he's kind of, you notice that he's not screaming. He's just kind of like.
I don't care.
Yeah.
No matter what he does, I'm not letting go of this wing.
Perfect.
So if it gets ripped off, it gets ripped off.
Understood.
This is now my wing.
Understood. More rude. There is now a good bit of flame on the wing, but the thing is that flame is doing some good. Like if you try to animate that flame, you're taking it off the wing.
Well, maybe not. So my plan was to animate this into a constricting snake. So if I can just take the thing on the wing and just make it sort of like
to just keep double roasted. I like it.
Yeah.
Okay. Go for it.
I never use these. Let's use a cursed cube. So I mark it down, right?
Yes. So deduct a cursed cube.
So we'll have 8 on this.
Nice.
Oh, okay. Not great, guys. Not great. 11.
Did you roll a 1 on your hell die?
I did not.
Okay, well, so that's good.
It is just it's going to be very average. It's a lot of 3s and 1s in here, but hang on.
Sure.
11, 14, 15, 20, 24.
24, just under the. So you were certainly like putting the squeeze on, but it's kind of the angel's wing is like the angel at this point like won't even be able to like fly even if he could put this fire out. So Deuce is on the back like Balia has kind of done a teleport. Marud has constricted it around. Now the Whispering Angel, with a. So Deuce, you're holding on to the wing on the back. I like that. I'm gonna say the angel. I'm gonna give the angel a penalty because you're sort of behind. But the angel is going to basically is kind of like grappling back towards you, Dusa, kind of trying to like pull you, first forward, and then when that's not off, is instead sort of pulling you like in this thing. You could give me a brawl roll if you wanted to. You have 2 dice in that, so it's not a forte, but you can give one just in case you roll a hell die 6 and keep rolling them or something.
I'm adding 2 cubes.
Whoa! All right.
I'm not letting go of this wing. Like there's
Understood,
just nothing.
Yeah. So 4 dice.
Okay. So 1 6, not on the hell die. But that is 15.
With a 15, yeah, you're definitely not letting go of the wing, and though you're sort of grappling and trying to pull back, I guess I'll have the Whispering Angel attempt it like this. Oof, no, does not exceed despite having way more dice than you. The Whispering Angel is unable to sort of like throw you, kind of like is trying to like get you into a position kind of like in front of him or pull, and he's grabbing for your horns, and though he's like pulling on your head, you're just keeping your hands on the wing and like ready to just like you just kind of like just blast more directly into him, point blank, just blast right into his back. But as you're sort of holding on to him like this, he's unable to kind of pull you forward to do something like that. So instead, he will direct it. Like without able to do that, he just kind of turns, and actually Nightheart's his closest target. Wow, devilish job. He's going to whisper at her. He's going to use the divine speech on her, just a fraction of it. So. Okay, now we're talking. Because one, our evil monster here is going to. It feels weird for the devil to get to, for an angel to get to overcharge, but I do have 3 6s on here, so I'm gonna get to roll all of these. Did you guys hear that?
No.
Something fell behind me on the stuff I rearranged. That was really scary. Everything's fine. So that's 18, but not only that, one of the 6s is on the hell die. So I'm about to have a lot. Okay, so
Nightheart is, or the angel is?
This is the angel whispering at night.
Why does the angel have a hell die?
Because he's a fallen angel. He's like a renegade.
No, it's not that easy. Oh.
All right.
He picked one up on the gift shop on his way
Yeah.
out.
Okay, I'll tell you what. That's fair. I'm going to allow that. The angels will be a heaven die, and it'll function exactly the same way.
Got any amber dice lying around, Philip?
Sadly. Popcorn.
Cool. Close enough.
I fully expect you to hold up an actual, like, popcorn.
Just a piece of popcorn?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm sorry that this is taking me so long to do this math. That's 10 plus 18 is 16 plus 10 plus what? 10 plus 18 is 28 plus 8 is 36, and then I re-roll all of these because of the overcharge. Okay, and I'm gonna get to re-roll so many in a second. I'm really worried. We might be killing Nightheart right now here, guys. It's 5.
Who's we? This is all you.
15.
We have
That's
no
true.
part in this.
Nightheart can't die.
23 plus 36 is 59.
9?
Maybe.
Yeah, 59.
Okay, and both of the hell dies have been 6s. Both of the heaven dies. So that's plus 4 is 63, plus another 3 is 66. Execute order. I feel like 66 should get something special as well. The point is, as you guys do this...
So do I, but
Oh,
you
literally
never
one of the
allow in
games.
any of our games, not even the Star Wars ones.
True. And you guys see this like horrible whisper, and all of you, just from proximity, Dusa, you're close. I'm so glad he wasn't able to do this to Dusa. But as you're he's like hanging onto you, and he instead whispers, and you feel this horrible like reality warping, just even in this silent. And the ground of this like kind of just like this office floor and the balcony that you're on begins to like a wave of just destruction. I, for Nightheart, am going to allow Nightheart to attempt to ninja flip out of the way rather than I'm going to give her the chance to do this, but this is an absolute wave of devastation. I'm going to say Nightheart will use a few cursed cubes to, I'm going to let her roll 10 dice on this to try to get out of this situation. Come on, Nightheart. Sorry that this is just me rolling, everybody. This is boring. Okay.
Okay.
What's that?
I said, it is okay. Kill
Nightheart
yourself.
has also overcharged.
Okay.
So this is a chance for her to really jump the hell out of the way. So that's 18. I don't know if it's going to be as much, though. 20, 25, 25 plus 12 is 37 plus 3 is 40. Oh, okay, actually, maybe she can. So it's 40 plus this. Come on, Nightheart. Ooh, that's bad. She rolled a 1 on her hell die. Okay, so I also have to get rid of the 6. Nevertheless, I think she's going to be able to exceed the target to jump away. That'll be 10, 15, 20. Ooh, she only does it with 2 to spare. She gets to 65. So Nightheart, with like absolute like she kind of flips out and like manages to like backflip out of this stuff as the like this massive just wave of destruction has come towards her. She's flipped back. Ooh, however, I will Dan, since you were helping her earlier, roll any die. Evens means she flips back into the building, odds means she flips off the side.
Odds.
So basically she goes flipping off into the night. She avoids that, but she's falling. She's Nightheart. I'm not that worried about her. However, Dusa, you are standing on the balcony with the angel has inadvertently destroyed. And you're still holding on, but now you and the angel are also beginning to fall as this divine whisper has gone out. So you have a couple of options. You could, of course, try to let go.
No.
Or you can just ride it out and just be like whatever.
I want to
happens,
literally ride the angel down. I want to use the wing and step on his back and make sure I land.
That is the most and with your healed boot right in his spine. Yeah.
Yes.
Sounds good. Okay. Okay. Okay, so the balcony is falling. So basically, at this point, Dusa is riding the angel down. Balia and Morud. The angel cannot fly because one wing is fully on fire, and he's whispered, Balia and Morud. Once again, it will be the murder babe's turn. So if anyone, whatever order you all want to do what you're doing, Dusa has explained that she is basically just doing nothing but trying to ride on this guy, which we can sort of get to in a second. But Balia and Morud, what would you like to do?
I just want to curse him. Keep it simple. Keep it easy.
Ooh, I like that. All right, so then Balia will send a well-placed curse after him.
Oh, why didn't I do this? Do the same.
Oh, you'll both curse him.
Yeah.
I love it. Okay, so Morud, please give me a curse as well. Balia, how is your curse?
20 overall.
20. It is a good, solid curse. Morud, what do you get?
11.
Did you roll a 1 on your...
No, I did not. I don't have that many. I only have 4 dice for curse.
Understood. Okay. So
it seems better than trying to shape fire that isn't there and interfere with what Deus is doing.
Okay. Well, I'll say that you both put some curses on him, which, if nothing else, I'll tell you what, I will have him roll his just like his own kind of like, trying to avoid that. But because he's falling and there's a devil on his back, and he's on fire, these might be just more effective at keeping him off of his game than other things can be. And guess what? He rolls a 1 on his heaven dice. He has a total of 5 trying to resist these curses. So Morud, your curse, it's kind of like you both have kind of like run to like the edge of this thing as like it's falling away, and you kind of like, it's hard to see him through debris, but you just both sort of, hurl some hellish curses at him. And Dusa, you feel them sort of impacting kind of his good wing as he's sort of free falling. So Dusa, your plan is to just, is basically to just, what's the term, to Dr. Strangelove this guy down.
Sure. I haven't seen that.
On Dr. Strangelove, I'll tell you later.
Context clues, I figured it out, yeah.
Cool. So you are going to, I love that. Okay. He can't even fly. Give me another brawl roll. You don't need super high to sort of hang on to it. And if you can propose some other physical thing you'd want to do. I unfortunately think it has to be a physical thing to sort of stay on it, whether it's brawl or lift or whatever,
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah.
I'll do another cube. Curse cube.
Cool.
Okay, 6 on the hell die.
Yay!
Okay, so that was 12.
For a 12, yeah, that's certainly enough given how he's been like double cursed and all this stuff. You managed to kind of like hold on to this one wing and just you've knocked his hand free, so you're in control. You're a murder babe. That's how it works. You've got like a foot on his spine. You're holding his, your one arm up to like you're on a bronco or whatever, as you're sort of just kind of riding this guy down.
I can't blast him at the same time.
I was gonna say if you want to put a little more fire in, you can as your that was just to stay sort of on and in good position. But if you want to blast again, you definitely can.
Well, we have another. I have something I'd like to do before they impact.
Yes, we'll definitely have a chance for that. The distance.
28.
Well, 28.
28. Yeah.
28. That's pretty darn good. You again, are you going to put it into the same wing, or do you want to like do you want to take your other hand and try to ignite the other? Like, are you getting both wings on fire, or just really burning off one?
Is the one that's currently on fire close to coming off?
Because of Morud's wrapping stuff, I will say that yes, it probably is. It is.
Then I'm going to continue with the same wing.
I'll say with that, you actually do. It is in your hand. You've ripped off, and the wing is now like charred feathers and sort of the bones inside. You've ripped it off. Cool trophy. So, this poor angel, poor guy, as he rides down, he doesn't have much of a chance. Dusa is on him pretty well with a 12 of that. She's ripped off a wing. He doesn't have many sort of abilities for that. I'm gonna do this, but I'm gonna give him. I'm gonna say, let's say, 1 penalty for Dusa on the back, 1 penalty for a wing off, 2 penalties for the 2 curses on him, the active curses you've placed on him. Leaves him with only 4 dice to attempt to teleport himself away. But would Dusa go with him? Ooh. He rolls a 1 on his heaven dice.
Yeah.
Taking away his 6, which means all he has is 3. So Dusa, you see the angel trying to like summon some magic. We'll say that's in the exact instant that you, like the angel's like beginning to you know, like kind of form some stuff to try to do stuff, and that's the instant that you rip the wing off, and in this kind of anguished is he calls out once again, nowhere near the devastation of that, but like some falling debris next to you is exploded as you guys fall, but you're just riding him down, holding this up, you know, holding on. At this point, they are falling. Now, if Marud and Alia want to do anything about this, it's 10 flight, like it's like 10 floors. You're pretty high up and you're kind of out. I think there's a lot of debris. So a sense roll will be necessary, not sense, but sense. Kind of, you know, the general perception thing to sort of see anything to do it. But I will now allow you guys to attempt that, or you murder Gals.
I'll start with the sense roll.
Okay.
Makes sense to me. That's 10. Not great.
Yeah. Does everybody hear my that car alarm going off in my garage? By the way. What about you on the Twitch world out there? You guys hear that? Yeah, it doesn't matter.
26.
26. Okay, so yes. So, Baalia, you get to the thing and you just can see nothing but smoke and rubble, and you just don't, like, you can't really even see Dusa. But Marud, you kind of, in like the movie of this, it's probably like a handheld, it's an Attack of the Clone shot where it's handheld and then it snap zooms through like fog, and you see Dusa falling. They're probably at they're at the 3rd or 2nd floor now, and you see that she has the wing in the hand, and this angel is just like, you know, in trouble below. Marud.
So what I want to do is take the flame, because like they're plummeting, right? They're going to just smash into the ground probably in the next second or so. So I want to take what flame is there and form them into fire wings on Deuce's back, not to slow her down so that if she wants to step off at the last minute, they will unfurl. I don't know how functional they'll be, but they'll probably look fucking cool.
I think you could definitely do that. I would say that given how she's holding it, she has a wing in hand, so that might be even you'll need a lower success to just leave it in place and just have that fly up. You know, if you kind of like make another wing on that. So yeah. That'll be a lower degree of success. But if you want them on the back, you could do that. You need 5 higher to get it on her back, basically.
I'd aim for the style on the back, but if we can't get there, sure. I will spend one of my other curse cubes though on this.
Cool. Okay, so you're gonna try. So he's basically gonna try to pull the flame off of that onto her back. All right, let's go. You can do it. I believe in you.
Okay.
You can't roll like Pierce all the time.
I haven't rolled bad. I've only rolled. It's the 1 on the hell die. It's okay though, because most of the other rolls are pretty bad, so it's all pretty mediocre.
They're all bad. Okay. I was about to say it's like if you had 3 6s. Oh well, it's fine.
5. So bad. There's no like ability to re-roll or anything like that.
I think in this system you cannot re-roll. You have to spend the curse cubes first. I think that's how this one works. I'm sorry.
Yeah. No, it's fine. 7. I have to add this again. 10. Yeah, it's 15.
A 15. You. At this range, you certainly kind of all you're really able to do is fill out the wing that it is and kind of like move it down her arm. So you can see some flame creeping on you. You assume it's Marud trying to do something, but between the debris and the distance and you being a moving target, she has not done anything. So Dusa, as you guys are about to hit the ground, is there anything you would like to do so?
Can I continue to murder him?
You just would have keep blasting?
Yes.
Love it.
25.
With a burst of hellfire, you like, where are you shooting? Are you going into the gaping wing wound? Okay, so like Dusa shoots hellfire into the angel, and the angel begins to like sort of like burn as this sort of is going at the ground. The angel is now in very bad shape. 2 curses plus the thing. All right, I'm only gonna roll 5 on this then. It's 16. It's the angel. I don't think it's gonna do much. The angel does try to like use the divine voice again, just like at the ground. So the ground does like explode, and there is like kind of like a shockwave that catches you guys. But then Dusa just fires into his back, right into his back wound. So there's a like massive like just destruction of this stuff. Dusa, you are impacting the ground on this angel in a pretty bad way, but you are a murder babe. A 10 floor fall would certainly kill almost anybody else, and it's gonna be rough for you, but go ahead.
But it's also cushioned by the angel.
You are cushioned by the angel, and the angel's explosive thing has given a cushion. So you may make a resist injury. Now, if you'd rather, you could try like acrobatically jumping away, but that's not really your expertise.
No.
So yeah. So give me a resist injury. Do you want to use your last 2 cursed cubes?
Yeah.
All right. We'll go to 0 for now. Remember, if you roll an overcharge, you get cursed cubes. If you ever roll 3d6s.
Oh, perfect. Well, I got 3.
You got 3.
I did this time.
Congratulations.
One of them is the hell die.
Even better. Okay, so add up everything you have here.
10, 7, or 12. Fuck. Okay. So when I reroll the hell die, it's 28.
So that's including you reroll the hell die and add that up. 28. Cool. 28. Roll them all again. So 22 plus 28 is 50. So, Morud and Balia, you guys look down and you see like one last like explosion. Dusa, with a 50, you are wounded. But the fight is over, so that's not too big a deal. So we'll click you're wounded. And roll a d6. Roll your hell die, because that's most thematically appropriate. 3. Congratulations, you now have 3 cursed cubes.
Yay, me!
Oh, nice.
So as you, basically, so you guys looked at, Balia and Morud, you looked down. Balia, you could teleport down there if you wanted to.
I'll just go, simply marvelous, dear.
So basically, as Balia and Morud sort of appear, you see that, like, in the crater of this like the wrecked body of this angel, and Dusa is kind of like...
Wrecked dead body?
Yes, dead body.
Okay.
Yes. Although it starts to do something else in a moment, which we'll get to, but Dusa is holding a absolutely crispied wing. Like a burnt angel wing.
Incredibly
Oh, it's burned?
impressive.
Yeah, you roasted it.
Can I rip the other one off then?
You can, actually, yes.
Thank you.
So basically, you see Dusa injured, but like whatever, just kind of like staggering over, but she looks so hot because you guys are murder babes.
Of course we do.
And you know how in movies, like the only injury is just like one cut like there or something? That's the vibe. And she's kind of messy, but her hair's still perfect. I don't know. You get it.
It's just like perfectly artfully out of place.
Yeah, it's like artfully out of place and just totally covered in like debris. And now you're just in the middle of a sort of debris thing. So go ahead, and Dusa just starts pulling off the other wing. Ooh, actually, Dusa, go ahead and I think that would be a brawl roll to try to pull that thing off. Or I guess phrase like this, Dusa, do you want to burn the other wing off, or do you want this one to be intact with feathers?
Yes, I would like a good amount of feathers.
Understood. Then yes, I will need you or a friend or someone to either rip or cut it off, because you know, otherwise you just need to do a brawl roll to pull it off.
I will assist with that.
Okay.
If that is
Sure.
permissible.
Totally. Yeah, go ahead and you can do a brawl roll instead, Morud. If Deuce is Deuce is probably kind of like tries to pull it off, but yeah, Morud, you can try to start cutting off. But you notice there's a bit of a ticking clock on this because the body is kind of like turning like gold and kind of fading.
I'll
away.
use all 3 of my remaining curse cubes.
Understood.
I will fix my hair in the meantime,
Sure.
but not wipe any of the blood off of me.
$16.
Do you have a knife, Morud? Or are you just ripping?
I believe I have a knife.
Okay, yeah, you're pulling a knife out and you're like kind of like starting to cut it.
Don't we all have knives? Hang on, isn't that like a thing? All three of us have like
your knives of the
special
devil. You
knives?
all have a knife, yeah, for sure. So yeah, Morud, you're kind of sorry. Yes, you're all kind of like you're kind of carving it up with a knife. But I'll say with a 16, you're able to like, get into it, but like the body is kind of like fading away. But then suddenly a voice kind of out of the shadows goes, "Oh, here. I think I've got a better tool for that." And it's Nightheart, who will she will sort of cut the other part of it with her Pacento.
Nice.
Cut it out. She also looks sexily like disheveled. And then right when they're going, I will roll to see if she could do this with her speed, but she does have 8 in Pacento, so let's go. Overcharged, baby.
Nice.
That's 18, not the hell die though. That's 18, 23, 26, 29, 33, 37 plus 40. Oh wow, then these are garbage. 50. She very quickly kind of cuts that, or like she just kind of like cuts that so you can do the rest, but then sort of looking up, she goes, "Oh," and then with her Pacento, she very swiftly, right as the body is like gold lighting away, she just goes, and then like hits them up with the Pacento, and she has the 2 head horn wings as well. And with that, the angel is gone.
Well.
So with the big, mostly intact wing, have you seen A Bug's Life?
I have.
So remember when the roly-polies are like with the cricket antenna and they're like making it move?
Yes, I think I do know what you're talking about.
So I'm basically doing that with the angel wing.
Okay.
But I'm using it to like tickle people, I guess. To tickle my fellow murderers.
Tickle fight?
Not really a fight, more just harassing, but yeah.
With the massive intact angel wing. And that angel wing is of course singed and smoky and broken, but it's you have one like burnt to a crisp one. This Nightheart is holding these 2 other ones, and she says, "Well, I'm beginning to think this didn't have anything to do with me after all.
Doesn't always, darling.
But I'm glad you guys got your man or gold puddle of whatever. I didn't like when you whispered at me. That was pretty bad."
Yeah, you're lucky that it did not burst you apart.
Well, I'm pretty quick. Speaking of which, I'm gonna take one of these, because, I don't know, fun souvenir, but she'll kind of toss the other 2, I guess, I don't know, Balia or Morud or whoever, you know. You guys, there's 3 wings between you. 1 burned, 1 intact, 1 tickle, one perfect. This is a much better size for tickling, or the head ones.
I'm pulling on the muscle of it to make it like move around. I want to be clear. I'm not just chasing people with it.
I understand, yes.
Like the chicken wing in class.
Yeah.
Oh, Tusa, have successfully completed our mission.
Oh, yeah. I guess we should tell someone about that.
We must return to the sword.
The Gijana, yes. Quite.
Sudden. Sorry, go ahead.
Nothing. Go ahead.
I was just gonna say, like, as this is happening, at some point now, various like people, like just citizens are standing around, and just here in Tokyo, and are just pointing. And
so we didn't create a portal to get here. We followed a portal that was already existing. Are we able to?
Balia with a very high roll can portal you home to New Hell.
Yeah.
But yeah, so Balia, it's kind of gonna be a Balia up to Balia to try to get us home. Otherwise, you can just try to make your way to Alpha City to the embassy. You're not sure they have a Tokyo branch.
That's so perverse.
Yeah, exactly. But I will say that various like tourists and people have just showed up and are like.
Remind me, Judana is the queen of New Hell. Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. But as
they're
do
like
this,
taking, I was gonna say, as they're like taking photos and looking at all this, I will look at all of them and I will sort of whatever little flame is around, right? I'll just sort of like make it burst up for a second and say, "Behold the power of the New Hell."
Okay.
Deuce is just waving to the cameras.
Sure. Yeah. Just posing.
Yeah.
Manipulating the wing. Moruj, go ahead and do a pyromancy roll for that. Your power.
Oh, sure. See if I roll another one. It'd be 3 in a row.
That would be really sad.
She is attempting her best like pinup girl poses while still holding the gigantic wing.
Absolutely. And I mean, I believe, like, by definition, she doesn't have bad ones. Well, I guess by one definition, she only has bad ones. You know what I mean?
The baddest.
Yeah.
27.
Yes, you make the flames that remain burn bright in this kind of impressive. People take photos, and you do hear someone saying, like, it's in Japanese, but I think you guys speak all human languages in that weird way. But you hear someone going, "Murder babes," or maybe it's "murder babes," like that. So at this point, Balia, are you going to try to bring them home?
Of course I will.
Well, Nightheart says, "Well, this was fun. Let's probably not do it again."
Okay.
And then she'll just.
And Deuce says that while she's like posing. Like, yeah.
You guys should give him a lot of these though. All right.
Well, that's definitely what I did when I brought the flames up.
So go ahead, Balia. Are you going to add any of your cursed cubes to this?
I don't need to.
All right.
That's 12, 18, 23, 27.
Balia tries to summon a portal, and it kind of like you begin to see some stuff, but it kind of doesn't quite open. Interdimensional is much harder.
That's what they, that's what they all tell you. Fine, I'll do it again. I'll add two cubes on. Jesus. Yeah.
At this point, also so many pictures are taken of Balia failing. And immediately there's posts being like.
What's funny is that's a worse roll, I think, just right off the bat.
Sorry. At this point now people are posting all this stuff of like, wow, like devil woman totally fail. Should women be devils? Probably not. Etc. Etc. Like more proof. Fred, what?
20 seconds.
Yeah.
Took 20 seconds of our existence.
30 even.
30 even?
Yeah.
A 30 will get you there. 30 was what you needed.
I was gonna say, if that didn't fucking do it, I would have just killed all these citizens.
Yeah.
Doesn't work. People are rude. She manages to open the portal.
People are rude.
More murder babes return with their prizes. Very good.
Getting
So
the portal losers. We're finishing the mission.
Get in the portal losers. So yes, you guys disappear, and we will sort of cut to you returning to Gidana's throne room.
Is everything the same as when we left?
In what sense? What am I forgetting?
Well, there was a prologue here, so I want to see if she's been assassinated or something while we were gone.
Oh no, that prologue was not her getting assassinated, but don't worry about that prologue. No, because it's not different because as you guys appear, you do notice some familiar figures who you saw last time who are now in her throne room. One is she has been assassinated. Okay, but yeah, we'll show off the full extent of that. In her throne room as you guys enter, Gidana is sitting there and kind of like not like seated, but just like having been discussing with her. There are three figures, one of whom you saw as you left, a ghostly cowboy who for some reason his soul has not been claimed. Next to this sort of spectral cowboy, however, is this figure all of gray.
Oh my God.
And next to them is an alien warrior wearing armor. Readers will recognize as Narthex.
That's not great. I mean, it's awesome for New Hell.
It's pretty big power coup.
It's pretty bad for
Gidana sort
heroes
of
who last week barreled into hell.
Yeah. However, seeing this as like you guys come in, Gidana sort of stands and kind of looks at her guest and says, "Ah, my knives of the devil. A moment. I'm just bidding my guests goodbye for now. We can discuss more tomorrow." And Wildra was like, "No problem, darling. I'd also want to kick us out in favor of such lovely company." And he kind of leers at the three of you. The final says nothing, just this empty form. And Narthex goes, show some decorum for once in your life, Wilderato. And he kind of just knocks out and kind of goes, "Ladies." And then Narthex leads Wilderato in the final out.
I love a man with manners.
Gidana says, "So, you have defeated our enemy. What kind of devil was it?"
Dusa will look at the wing,
Mm-hmm.
and then back at Gidania. While she's like waving it, it wasn't a devil. It was an angel.
Oh, the charred wing.
Balia, do you hold up the head wing? You got three wings there. So basically, she'll kind of she'll step down and she'll take the wing from you, Dusa.
Okay, but I do want that back.
You have not brought this as a tribute for your sword?
I mean, if you really want it.
No, I suppose I don't.
Want the charred one?
I do prefer the charred one, but...
There you go.
You can absolutely have this. Philip, would we know anything about, like... How much would we know about angels in terms of...
We're a bunch of fucking bimbos. We don't know anything.
That is true. Well, so I think it is possible that...
You know stuff about your mortal enemy, regardless how dumb
No, I
you
know
are.
I need to kill it, and that is all I need to know.
You all have all three of you. You may roll two dice apiece, including one hell die, because you all have a 2 in recall information. So let's see what, if anything, anybody remembers.
I have a 3 in recall information.
Oh, you do? I am so sorry.
Yeah, she's the smart one.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
And I'm the smart
I got my GED.
Yeah.
And you're a generally educated devil.
Yeah, exactly. 16.
16. Balia?
8.
8. Marud?
4.
4. So, as you guys think about this, Dusa, you think of, you know certain things about angels. I think with a 16, you know that angels and devils have fought many wars in many sort of regions and places. There are also many theories that some of the first devils were angels, kind of some of that vibe. But I mean, I guess, Pierce, you were the one asking for this role.
All I was wondering is if there would be something we would know something specific about, like if this is since he was a tongueless, like we as players know he was the tongueless.
Yes.
He had this power of whispering, like his voice. If we would know that was a type of enemy.
Dusa? Perfect, because yes, absolutely. Dusa, give me a analyze roll. You had a 3. You have 3 for that as well.
6 on the hell die.
Yay! So add them up and roll the 6 again.
15.
15. So with a 15, that's also a turn. So basically, I will say that Dusa, as you guys are thinking of this, Gidana kind of asks you for some information. Dusa, you have a theory, which is that this angel was somehow a wounded or lessened version of one of the divine voices. One of the angels that can speak on behalf of the divine, who have the power to speak and destroy, or shape, or kind of whose voice is God, basically. But you think this one was injured somehow and could only barely whisper. And you can describe the sort of destruction of all of that. So if you want to give that to Gidana as a report.
Yes. And then I will follow it up with sucks to suck.
I concur.
And I want the explanation to be very eloquent.
Sure.
And then
understood.
sucks to suck.
More rude, concurs. Gidana thinks for a moment and says, "You recovered these from the body. Did the angel's form remain there, or did it melt away?"
No,
It turned into a golden puddle of goop.
Going to wherever those things go.
Interesting.
Someplace shitty and
See, if there were a lot of tourists snapping photographs. If you want to probably scan above ground, you could probably get a lot of documentation of the angel's final
Oh, I
moments.
probably look really good in a lot of those. We should look those up.
Well, you look at all the
we
time.
we always look great all the time, so
Interesting. If angels did not come to his rescue, but he still disappeared, he's not a fallen angel, but he probably is a renegade. So that means heaven is probably not interfering. For now. You've done very well, my knives.
They've
Very
deserved.
well indeed. I shall reward you. I really rolled so bad on that. I'm sorry, guys. I rolled 3d6. You know what? I will do a reroll. Just for the murder babes. That's better. Still not amazing. Still under par. That is 9. You each get 9 cursed cubes.
Okay.
Precedingly
Added?
you gain 9 cursed cubes. Cursed cubes in this, so this system is a fun one. The Star Wars system is fun because like kind of it's you have a thing you can use short term to boost stuff, but also it's how you like level up. Like you just keep accruing them and you gain them over. So it's kind of got to like use it now if you know it makes the for a sort of shorter form thing like this is like just burn them all. Who cares? But yeah, it's kind of gives a fun thing. So with that, Gidana seems troubled, but you were all rewarded, and it's sort of put into your book that you did a good mission. If you would like to find, because if there's one thing all hells have, it is numerous social media accounts, and if you want to find photos of yourselves, you all look so hot. And all of the like photos under like all the comments under your photos are like is mommy like step on my neck, you know, etc stuff like that.
horny for the horns.
Like
Dusa?
hashtag body goals, hashtag mommy goals.
Dusa will pick like the most depraved of those like comments and save the profiles of the users for future purposes. For a free night, you know?
Sure. I love it. Okay. But with that, I suppose also that Gidana will add, upon giving you this and saying, in your absence, however, we have had new incursions, it seems. Some of the mortals from the world you were just in have even lent their assistance to the other side. That's probably because of who I was just having a little meeting with. Never mind that.
Do you wish us to kill these mortals that have encroached upon our territory?
Soon, I will ask you to do exactly that. But for now, you've earned some time off. A night of hellish revelry. I have a great many things to think on. And with that, she sort of takes, I think Hellbringer is her sword, right?
Yeah.
She'll sort of, put her hand on Hellbringer and sweep out. So I don't know, yeah. Murder Babes, any last words?
Let us party.
That was one hell of a time.
Stupid.
And with that, these sort of, having taken down one of these sort of like Metatronic, if anybody knows about weird Christian theology. Guys know
Alan
Metatron.
Rickman. Alan Rickman, sure do.
Oh yeah.
Alan Rickman.
He's the Metatron in Dogma.
Yeah.
That's right.
I know about Metatron from His Dark Materials.
That's actually where I first knew about the Metatron.
I was thinking Dogma.
It is the Dogma though, but that is what like the divine voices. I'll be honest with you guys. With all this angel stuff, I'm trying to thread the needle between because they're kind of not really Christian angels. They're just that vibe. You get it? So that's why I was like divine voices, which is the Metatron and something. You get it?
Yeah.
So with that, Murder Babes comes to an end. Well done, Murder Babes. Way to murder. Hey, the angel. You murdered an angel.
All you do, so.
Rode him all the way down.
Rode him
lucky
to death.
guy.
Like
Yeah.
a true murder babe.
You did ride him to death. That's true.
I did.
Well, thanks for playing, everyone. Fun game. And I think we'll be back next week with... So, the Murder Babes may return. Those characters are not done, but it'll probably be more in a weird, sudden crossover situation. Not so much we'll see. Will the Murder
really
Babes
hope-
have to fight Topflight? Might.
I really hope so.
Yeah. We'll see.
That would be very fun.
Some shenanigans might happen. So that was our game tonight. This was a lot of fun. We will be back next week with more Topflight Tales. On Friday, you can come for more totally fun, lighthearted adventures with our heroes talking to Vinny the Think and trying to get Vinny the Think out of Omaha. And if that sentence makes sense to you, I'm already sorry. On Sunday, Here Be Dragons. They have finally left that city, but they just received a bombshell about who their overall foe is. So join us on Sunday to get more context on that and to see what our dragon's next move is. And that is kind of the dragons. There's only a game or two before we sort of go on hiatus for them. So join us for that as well, for the sort of before the summer break. On Monday, I have every reason to believe that we will be finally having a game then, because it was a holiday, so you guys get it. And we had a fun just chat. It was a good time. Talked all about movies and food and all sorts of good things, and our favorite Disney movies as well. What's everyone's favorite Disney animated movie from this thing? I know Pierce said his on
Aladdin.
Aladdin.
From when?
Favorite animated Disney movie. Dan says Aladdin. Pierce said Lion
100%
King.
Aladdin.
I think I said it's Sleeping Beauty, but it's maybe Fantasia.
Fantasia's good.
I don't know. It's either Beauty and the Beast or Emperor's New Groove.
Emperor's New Groove is very good.
Or Hercules, actually. I really can't.
What's interesting is that
Also,
there's a lot of good options. So thank you all for exploring our life. Oh, but anyway, on Monday we'll be back with the Dreamlands, and despite the impassioned pleas of so many cast members on Monday, the lead for Totes has only increased. So it is more than likely that they're going to the Temptress of the Epsilon Sun rather than
I'm gonna go vote right now.
making Temet guide our true essential selves. Because people don't want to see a Spa Day episode. They want to see, or maybe they just like the name Totes more. I genuinely don't know why anyone votes any direction in that game. Unless it's TVU, then everyone votes for it. And thus far, if the fight is the versus verse, that always wins too. That always wins pretty handily.
Versus
Otherwise,
TVU and Maisie kind of put the thumb on the scale a little bit.
The thing is, yes, but there have been a lot of Maisie things no one's like, oh well.
I'm not saying Maisie will win every time,
Yeah.
but like
Maisie
sometimes she's gone
helps,
up against.
But oh god, I never know. TVU, that's what people like. They just want to see Third Time's the Charm. They just want chaos. That's clear. It's whatever option is chaos. That's what wins. So yes, please join us on our Discord to interact with us and vote in said thing. Go to our YouTube to watch old episodes. Go to our Discord. I can't speak today. I'm so sorry. Go to our wiki to see how all these games interact with each other. Follow these wonderful players. I know Galliner and Saber, congratulations on 300,000 channel points. Do we have anybody else in chat to say anything about or talk about or?
Nothing today.
Understood.
Other than they're just genuinely being
Happy
here, and we're
They're
happy to
chatting.
have them here.
Perfect. Cool. Anybody want to plug anything or Manzukas anything?
No.
Yeah, I'll Manzuka something. Just because. Well, I was gonna recommend a movie, but then I realized it involves not one but two sexual predators, so we're not gonna recommend that movie anymore.
And yet, I mean, that's every movie made before a certain time has got at least one.
So I'm just gonna go with I think like a little scene, honestly, very good, but little scene John Carpenter movie in comparison to a bunch of his others, which is Prince of Darkness.
Oh yeah.
Prince of Darkness is great.
How does it compare to Bram Stoker's Dracula?
Please take it away. It's not my metric.
So the thing about the Prince of Darkness is it's interesting because in terms of genre, it's almost like the same genre as Bram Stoker's Dracula, but it just doesn't have the same scenes or actors as Bram Stoker's Dracula. It also is called Prince of Darkness, which is sometimes a term for Dracula, but I don't think they call him that in Bram Stoker's Dracula, so I wouldn't count it. So I would probably ultimately have to give Prince of Darkness only it's probably only get a 1.9 Keanu Reeves as Jonathan Harker.
Ooh, harsh.
Yeah. It's just because it's just not Bram Stoker's Dracula.
It's harsh.
Well, I don't know. Be Bram Stoker's Dracula.
Hey, but I respect that you're being fair about it.
Were you guys here when I gave a screening of Bram Stoker's Dracula only a 4.7 Keanu Reeves as Jonathan Harker's out of 5?
Yeah.
That to me is what's good. Watching Bram Stoker's Dracula is not 5. It's tough times. Well, thanks for watching, everybody. Would anybody else want a Manzukas or Womanzukas?
I don't really have any interest in Zukasing right now.
Understood. I feel like maybe Womanzukas is an anti-recommend. Is like
Why? Because women are evil?
That feels like somehow the most sexist thing you've ever said, and you've said like some pretty crazy shit, but somehow that has skyrocketed to the top.
No, it's just because it's an opposite thing.
Yeah, men are good, women are bad. Got it. And
Women
good night,
just complain.
everyone.
No, it's
so much.
It's men. It's that women give warnings.
Oh yes.
It's a whisper network.
Let's see. And now that's even worse.
I'm doubling down. Well, very good. Thank you, everyone, for watching. Until next time, be a murder babe and have a top night.